because what I have before me in this case are not just the accused and convicted defendant, but a young woman. These are two young, smart, apparently hardworking people with seemingly bright futures ahead of them, who now face, both of them I suspect, long-term, perhaps lifelong changes in their lives' paths. Clearly, Mr. Durocher, you come from a very wonderful family, and you've had a lot of advantages in your life, and it appears to me, based on everything I read, and I read every one of those letters and a very extensive sentencing memorandum provided by Mr. Bongiorni, together with the prosecutors. But in reading what was presented to the court by you and your attorney, clearly you're a young man who, up till this point, has taken advantages of the privileges that you were born into. Wonderful family, as I said, and led an otherwise apparently exemplary life. But the offense of which you've been charged and convicted is, in my view, too serious a charge to warrant probation in this case. I in all ways, in making this decision, have considered all of the mitigating circumstances. That is, your youth, you were about 18 years old, I believe, at the time of this incident, lack of any kind of criminal record. I do take into account the fact that we now have numerous studies on the development of the adolescent brain and exactly what that means with regard to the decisions that young people make. I take into account also the fact that it appears, at least on the day in question, that that your judgment was impaired impaired to some degree by the alcohol that you had consumed that night. And I take all of those things into account in imposing a sentence here. Commonwealth is definitely making a sentence recommendation that represents what the guidelines are. But those guidelines have an upper number and a lower number, and one can sentence within the guidelines, even if the higher of the two sentences that the court imposes are within those guidelines. So in my view, the appropriate sentence here is a 3 to 5 year sentence to be followed by a period of 4 years probation with essentially the conditions that the Commonwealth has requested in this case. Mr. Jekanowski, would you read the sentence?
Your Honor, Patrick Durocher, hearken to the sentence which the court has awarded against you on Hampshire County Indictment 13182. Jury having found you guilty on count 1 of this indictment to the charge of rape, the court hereby orders that you be committed to the Massachusetts Correctional Institution at Cedar Junction in the county of Norfolk for a term of not more than 5 years and not less than 3 years, and that you stand committed until this sentence be performed. On count 3 of this same indictment, jury having found you guilty of the charge of assault and battery, the court places you on 4 years probation on and after the sentence imposed upon you